Hello Internet, my name is Benjamin and I am making this video for those who are trying to get their New Mexico pesticide applicator's license or the operator technician license to work under an applicator. I'm going to be covering the New Mexico Pesticide Control Act. It is Chapter 76, Article 4 of the New Mexico State Statutes. It gives the New Mexico Department of Agriculture authority, the NMDA authority over pesticides and pesticide applicators in the state. The NMDA is the state lead agency for pesticide regulation. The department can classify pesticides as restricted. That may be federally unrestricted. It may also require registrants to submit a complete formula of any pesticide or the information on its efficacy and or tests of the claim it makes. The NMDA establishes the certification requirements for pesticide applicators and the operator technicians working under them. This includes use and storage. The NMDA can inspect and sample any pesticides sold in the state and can sample land and agricultural products to check for illegal pesticide residues. It can enter public or private property in order to investigate complaints, inspect storage areas, or inspect pesticide equipment. It can review or copy any records or any other information for the purpose of carrying out the provisions of the Pesticide Control Act. The NMDA can seek a warrant if access is denied. Pesticide device labeling and registration. All pesticides and devices must be registered by the NMDA before they can be sold and used in the state. Most pesticides are registered by the U.S. EPA and have EPA registration numbers on their labels. Some pesticides that are exempt from EPA registration must still be registered by the NMDA. Types of licenses that the NMDA issues are the pesticide dealer license. That's for somebody who sells it. The pest management consultant license, PMC, for let's say a termite inspector recommending a certain course of action. Non-commercial applicators like a rancher, farmer. Public applicators, somebody who works for a city or state agency. Commercial applicators, somebody who works for themselves for hire. And then you have the commercial operator technicians, which is somebody who works under the commercial applicator. Pesticide licenses are intended for persons who apply, sell, or otherwise work with pesticides. The NMDA can review any license, certification, or permit if there is evidence that it was obtained or is being used for any other purpose. Grounds for license denial, suspension, or revocation. Using a pesticide in a manner inconsistent with the labeling. Labeling must be followed to the letter. Operating in a faulty, careless, or negligent manner. Not keeping the required records. Making false or fraudulent records. Applying a pesticide commercially without a license. Performing pest control in a category without the appropriate certification. Not complying with any of the regulations passed under the Pesticide Control Act. Aiding or conspiring with someone to violate the Pesticide Control Act. Allowing one's license to be used by another person. Using or supervising the use of a restricted use pesticide when not certified. The NMDA can take action against an applicator if there is reason to believe that he or she has violated the Pesticide Control Act. The NMDA can suspend or revoke any pesticide applicator license, and the courts can also assess a civil penalty of up to $1,000 for each violation. Violations are petty misdemeanors. Commercial applicators must document that they hold insurance for applying pesticides that meets the following minimum requirements. The NMDA cannot issue a commercial applicator license until proof of insurance has been received. Liability for applicators using ground or manual equipment. It's $10,000 for each occurrence, $25,000 aggregate bodily injury, $25,000 property damage, and $50,000 single limit. The deductible must be $1,000 or less. As an alternative to insurance, applicators can take out a surety bond of $100,000. License fees are $75 for commercial applicators and non-commercial applicators. $50 for operator technicians. The exams are $10 per exam. Public applicators are not required to pay fees. All licenses expire on December 31st of the year issued. Restricted use pesticides can only be used by licensed applicators. All applicators must have and use all personal protective equipment required by the labels of pesticides they are using. Personal protective equipment must be kept clean, in good working order, and users must understand how to wear it properly. Service vehicles used by commercial applicators and operators must be promptly marked with the name of the firm and commercial applicator's number so that they are visible from both sides of the vehicle. Service containers must be marked with the brand name or the common name of the pesticide they contain. Pesticides and application equipment in service vehicles cannot be left unattended unless locked up or otherwise inaccessible to other persons. Pesticides in storage must be secure and safe from unauthorized access. The storage cabinet, room, or building must be posted with an English-Spanish warning sign. Products must be stored so that they cannot contaminate food, animal feed, fertilizer, seeds, clothing, or personal protective equipment. Application equipment must be kept in good working order and must be calibrated. It must be cleaned between uses, so no potentially incompatible or illegal residue from a previous application will result. Any pesticide left in application equipment at the end of a job must be disposed of properly, not just dumped somewhere. The NMDA will inspect application equipment to verify its condition at the time of inspection and will sticker it with a date inspected. Pesticide waste must be disposed of properly and empty containers must be crushed or pierced so that they cannot be reused for any other purpose. Waste cannot be allowed to contaminate land or water and cannot be poured down a drain or allowed to go down a storm drain. Open burning or open dumping of pesticide waste or containers is illegal. Applicators who use bait boxes must label the boxes with their business name, the name of its pesticide or active ingredient, its EPA registration number, and the poison control number. Commercial, public, and non-commercial applicators must keep detailed records of their pesticide applications and the applications made by anyone they supervise. Records must be completed within 24 hours of the pesticide application and must be kept for at least 2 years. The NMDA must be furnished with a copy upon written request, and the customer must also be provided with a copy at his written request. The application record can be in any format as long as it has all of the following: the customer's name, the date and time and location of the application, the name and EPA registration number of the pesticide or pesticides used, the concentration or rate applied, the target pest and site. If the application is made outdoors, the wind direction, speed, and temperature at the time of application, the total volume of mixed pesticide applied whenever the pest control category is agricultural, forest, ornamental, aquatic, or right-of-way, public health, or wood-destroying pest control, the name and license number of the individual who applied the pesticide. This regulation spells out the requirements for continuing education that must be met by all applicators and defines what kind of information qualifies for CEUs, continuing educational units. The NMDA approves programs for the CEUs if they include information on pesticide use, safety, and laws regarding pesticides. CEUs must be earned before the license expires, or the applicator will have to take the exams again. Commercial, public, and non-commercial applicators must earn 4 CEUs each year to be eligible to renew their license. Applicators and operators who are certified in wood-destroying pests, termites, or 7D must have an additional 4 CEUs specific to that category in order to retain their 7D certification. Private applicators must earn 5 CEUs during their 5-year license period. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching.